Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Canadian Maritimes. This is Stuart, Victor Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot. It's a rainy, drizzly, cool morning here for the end of May in the Canadian Maritimes. And I had an interesting comment on one of my videos lately around this. There's no magical antenna for parks on the air. And you're 100% correct. There are no magical antennas. It's understanding propagation, antenna efficiencies, even just the time of day and all the stuff that you need to do to have a successful activation. One of the biggest struggles that I see with a lot of parks on the air people, they just go out at the wrong time. Now that could be because of their jobs and other commitments, but as a DXer, I'm not going to go out during the day in the summertime. Because 20 meters is usually closed for DX during the day, most days. 10 meters is a complete wipeout unless you get lucky one day and it magically opens. 15's been pretty good lately. But in the summertime, you'll see a lot of my activations are in the evening after dinner because that's when the bands here on the Maritimes are open. So having that knowledge is important. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. There is no magical antenna. 100% correct. Some antennas perform better than others. Throwing a wire into a tree and expecting to work China from here, probably not going to work. Throwing a wire in a tree and expecting to work Victor Kilos on Long Path, probably not going to work. Throwing a wire in a tree and trying to get Bob in New Jersey, probably will work. But there's a lot of stuff going on in the POTA world because that's kind of the circles that I monitor. Trying to sell you a $300, $400, $500, $800, $900 antenna. And I see a lot of people buying them with the promise, because some YouTube guy says, oh, you can make all these DX contacts or you can make all these contacts with this particular antenna. And it's probably true. But I've also proven on this channel that you can do the exact same thing with a couple $100 antenna off of Amazon, or $50 worth of antenna, or $50 worth of speaker wire and a DX commander pole. So there is no magical antenna. What you need to understand, especially going into the lower end of the solar cycles now, is how to maximize your efficiencies, how to build or construct or purchase, a highly efficient antenna. One of the antennas that I really like and a lot of people love is the KJ60R Performer. Some will argue it's a very good antenna. Some will argue that it's not. And that's everybody's opinion. But the message I want you to take away from this video today is that there is no such thing as the magical antenna. A 4-wave, a KJ60R Performer, an alpha antenna, a spool antenna, a pack antenna. There is no magical antenna. An end-fed half-wave, by the way, folks, an end-fed half-wave is an end-fed half-wave. Some people just package it better. And that's all it is. It's just packaging. So I love my antennas. End-fed half-wave with the 56-to-1 transformer has a very well-made transformer. Very efficient. Some maybe not as efficient. But could you make contacts on a not an efficient end-fed half-wave? Yes, absolutely. People have done it. But don't get fooled by slick packaging and, because some guy on YouTube said it's great. Experiment for yourself. That's the most important. Experiment. This is what this hobby is about. Experiment. Just don't buy something because, somebody's pimping the latest spool antenna with an end-fed half-wave with a spool on it. You can make one of those yourself. It's all slick packaging, folks. I was in marketing for 25, 30 years. I know how the game's played. There is no magical antenna. If you got a recommendation, for an antenna to build or antenna to try, hey, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. I'm Stuart, Victor Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot. See you guys further down the log. Time for more coffee before the DX rolls in on 20 meters this morning. Because DX does come in on 20 meters just for a little bit in the morning. See you guys later.